What up, everyone? Just want to stop in for a quick little talk, little message. Check out that homie sent me some awesome gear. Really got some amazing angels looking out over me. And yeah, it's been a crazy, rough week. But some people follow and know me. My addiction past, and I've been talking about that a lot. It's coming up on a year. But I relapsed this last week. And it was just like a 3 or 4 day run, but it doesn't matter. What I really want to, the whole point of me saying this is, it's when you're addicted, it doesn't matter. You're addicted to the process and using anyways. But I just want people to understand that the drugs that are being sold as dope, what was once heroin, it's not, people are catching on that it's fentanyl and stuff, but even then, this is not the drugs you think and again, to the addict, it doesn't matter, because the way these drugs are being designed, and like even the fentanyl analogs and the xylazine they're cutting it with, like, it's just this concoction of evil, dark. Just it's so bad. It's so bad. It's not like it used to be. Like, not that doing dope was ever fun. Like, back in the day, like, you were doing dope, you're doing you're doing real heroin. And I'm not trying to glorify it, but like, over 16 years of living in this life, it's a deep part of you, and you recognize the progression, even if you get away from it for years. Like, it's so dark, it's so evil, and it can take you just to such incredible lows in a matter of moments. Like, all it takes is that one moment of you saying yes in your head. And then it's just a cascading series of just bad decisions, bad, dangerous, dark places. It's ugly and it's scary, and it scares me for people. I'm glad I'm alive. The big part of the reason I did it is I've let so many things just go to the wayside and build up and collect up in my life that backed myself into a corner. Got no one but myself to blame. I just have a difficult time with certain mental health things of doing these simple things. Just, it's the way I was raised. Like, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not going to make excuses. Just like, psychology is a huge factor, and early neurological pathway development is very key to how you turn out. And it's not just as simple as acknowledging it and then changing that behavior. That's a big part of it, is the acknowledgement. But it sucks being so self-aware of like what your problems are, and uncovering the source of them the older you get. But it's not as simple, even with a therapist. It's just like some deep work you got to do. But it can be done. It's just difficult, man. Like, like, I'm happy to still be here. It's makes me uncomfortable to talk about this, but it's the truth. And I want to be authentic, and I want to be real, and it helps me talk. It helps me heal. And I'm not going to continue to say like, I'm going to, just because I used for a couple days, like, you can make an excuse in your head. It doesn't really count. No, I messed up, man. I let it get really bad, and like, it was, let so many stupid things build up. It was just, you get to a point in your head. This is what I mean, how dark it is. It's like, I'm like, just let it take me out so I don't have to deal with this crap. Like, it really, and then to sit in the detox for like, I laid in bed for uh, like 60 hours the last couple days. And it's hell, dude. It gets harder every time. Like, it's disgusting. And it's like, I need to talk about it and write about these things so I have something to reflect on the next time an impulse comes upon me, And, maybe someone else will hear something that helps them in this. It's good to talk. But again, for anyone that's been following me, I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie to myself, because that's what that's essentially doing also. So I love you guys. I'm happy I'm still here. I know there's not the true part of me that doesn't want to be alive, but that's what I'm talking about. It's like, addiction is, it's its own fair form of parasite, demonic force, and it's not a cop out, but it's one way to look at it, and it's something other than you that if you let in, it will take you for one hell of a ride. And I just pray that you make it out of it, and because we don't need to hurt ourselves like this, man. It's like, it's an unpopular opinion, but to me, it's not an accident that it's, the drug supply that was once heroin is now fentanyl and xylazine, which all the precursor chemicals are coming from China down to the certain cartels in Mexico and come over to the border after they cook it up. It's a fact, okay? I don't care if it makes you mad. Like, it's being allowed to come in, and the concoction that it's being mixed as, fentanyl alone is dangerous enough. But like I said, we don't know what we're dealing with, but it's not good, and it's not an accident. So, I was feeling, it's just so crazy for me to like be talking about this. Just like a couple weeks ago, I was like in such high spirits and in a different energy completely. And that's another point, is I can recognize that it is how it's a different vibration you're functioning in. And demons are real. Let me tell you that. It's just not what you think. Words have many meanings. But we don't need to keep doing this to ourselves, guys. We don't want to die. It's, common adage in AANA that, it's your addiction that wants you dead. And it's true. It's a parasitic mind force that you allow in. It's a negative intention, and it makes you think of oh God. It's like that scene in Trainspotting where the main character, Mark Renton, is detoxing. Like that movie's tough to watch the older I've gotten. That Requiem for a Dream, but that scene when he's detoxing, like, it's a decent representation. Like the delirium hallucinations, because you don't sleep, but you might get, because after a while your brain just kind of has to shut down if you're laying there for so many fucking hours. Only being able to sip water, back and forth to the bathroom, hopping in, getting some hot shower. You're just like, it sucks. I just want to sit in there forever. A shower gets cold after like 10 minutes. And it's one of the best places for me to be when I'm like not feeling good. It's the only kind of relief you can get. But anyways, I'm rambling. But I love you guys. Anyone that's struggling, like, I don't know, send them this, because it's like, if you don't know the game, if you don't know, like, if you've never lived it, like, it's hard to really talk to these people, and it's nothing against you people. I'm so grateful that you haven't lived that life. It's amazing. I don't want that for anybody. But yeah, these are not good drugs. These are not good drugs at all. And this is not to say drugs are good necessarily. I'm an advocate for responsible medicine use. But I don't know. We got to stop doing this to ourselves. None of us deserve this. It's going to keep killing us. I almost didn't make it out this time. Oh, God. And whatever, I don't say that for sympathy at all. It's just like, it's the truth, it's the reality. And like, I think it's important that people hear this. Not just because it's not for me, just like from the perspective of an addict who was, feeling really good and doing really well, like, to the complete opposite in a matter of a week. Whatever I'm not even going to say the reasons, excuses, like, it's a choice, and it's got to reach out to someone, and it's hard to do. It seems futile in that moment because it takes over fast, but yeah, we don't deserve to do this to ourselves and poison ourselves like this. It makes me sad to reflect on what I was just doing to myself a week ago. Doesn't matter how long of a run you're back into it. It's like, it's the point and the purpose. Like, it's a hell, freaking hell. So I hope we can all try and find ways of getting out of this, and remembering every time we get an impulse how hell it can be, because I'm at that point in my life where I'm living it, where it's all those times I was younger, the older people would say, just quit while you're ahead, it only gets harder. Yeah, it does. It only gets harder. It gets real hard. So I just, love you guys. We keep getting back to getting on top of things, trying. Got real dark there for a couple days, but again, it's not a pity plea. That's not what this is about. It's just, I think there's a bigger message of what I'm trying to say for the, again, perspective of addicts as a whole. We don't need this. We don't need to do this to ourselves and our souls and our spirits. It's evil. So I love you. I hope we can make it out of this. All it takes is a moment to go the other way, and it pulls you in. It's a vortex. So happy to be talking to all of y'all, whoever this may get to. And if it gets to no one, whatever, it's good to get off my chest. But take care.